Language learning apps tell you it's easy and fun to learn a language in them, so you download them. Schools tell you it's complicated and academic, so you pay for their courses. They are both wrong. Language learning is not complicated, but it is hard. It's hard and simple. Think about getting in shape. You just lift heavy things, you just eat cleanly, sleep, repeat. That's it. You don't really need a PhD to learn that, but is it easy? Hell no. It takes sweat, it takes effort, it takes going to the gym when it's raining and you just want to stay in bed. It's the same for language learning. If you're looking for a magic pill or a secret hack to get fluent in 3 months with 5 minutes of study a day, I'm not that guy, I don't have that, so you can click off this video. But if you are willing to do the work, I'm here to help you and tell you what you need to do. So let's strip away the noise. You don't need to be a genius and you don't need talent. What you need is to understand that there are 4 fundamental skills in language learning, and those are writing, speaking, reading, and listening. That's all. Literally. With input, you just put information into your brain, and with output, you just put information out of your brain. That's it. It's reading and listening, input, writing and speaking, output. At the beginning, from A1 to A2 B1, you should prioritize input, which doesn't mean that you can't incorporate output, for sure. And from B1 to C2, you start prioritizing output more, but still keeping the input, so you have a more balanced routine. You don't need the fancy apps, you just need something as a spaced repetition system. You just need something to give you content, and you need something to translate things. What we're looking for is a method that is boring, simple, and effective. So now the question, if it's just a simple method, why do most people fail? And the answer is pretty simple as well. It's just that simple doesn't mean effortless. So it's simple to learn, yes, but it takes a lot of effort even though it's simple. And a lot of people just don't want to take the effort. The answer for that question is also simple. It's because simple does not mean effortless. Learning happens while you're going through a struggle. It happens when you're trying to read something and you can't really understand it, but you somehow figure out what it means. It happens when you're listening to a podcast and it sounds like a machine gun and you just feel stupid because you can't understand. That discomfort is the feeling of your brain developing and acquiring new information. Most people run away from that feeling, and that is why they use Duolingo, because it just feels easy. It's easy, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be hard and simple. Simple in that it's easy to figure out what steps you have to take, but it's hard to take them. That's what you have to do. So if you really want to learn, you have to choose effective over easy. Now, the hardest part isn't the grammar. It's the initial friction when you want to study. I call this the pirates inside your brain. It's when you're trying to study and your brain just keeps telling you, oh, go check your notifications, go check your phone. There's a nice YouTube video from Francisco Languages that you should watch. It's so fun. No, you have to resist it and you have to tell yourself, I know my brain wants to do something else, but give it 10 minutes and it will be fine. The pirate inside your brain is trying to sabotage you, but you have to take that fight every single day. Learning a language is basically a stubbornness test and not an IQ test. There's a very valuable skill nowadays that most people don't have, which is to endure the boring work, the repetitive tasks. You just have to do the same thing over and over again. Do you think when I was studying Russian it was fast? It was not. I failed twice, I quit, I struggled with it, and I just had to put the reps in. I just had to continue, keep going, and somehow I made it. You have to choose to do the work, even on the days when you don't feel like it. I have a coaching client that's very close to me, and she asked me the other day, can I not study today because it's Sunday? But I just said no, and she was like, okay, then fine, I'm gonna study. She studied and then she was happy because she did what she wanted to do in order to get to where she wants to go. My main message is to embrace the boredom, embrace the repetitive tasks, and just accept that for the next few months you're gonna sound a bit stupid, you're gonna feel a bit stupid because you don't understand that you can't really speak that well. Once you accept that it is hard, it just becomes easier because you just stop fighting the process. You have to stop wondering if what you're doing is wrong. It's not wrong, you're just going through the struggle, which is the path. The struggle is the path. As Ryan Holiday says, the obstacle is the way. And always remember, if you aren't struggling, you aren't learning. Here's the good news, because it is simple, anyone can do it, and you don't need to have the most resources available or anything like that. You just have to put the work in. Show up and do what you gotta do. I like that because it means that my results are dependent on my work. That's it. It's hard, but it's worth it. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can just ask me on Instagram. So at Francisco Languages, it's the same as YouTube. So you can go there, just send me a message and I will reply to everyone. Now go do the work.